Hello. Whoa. My name is Wyatt from Tim Talks. This is our friend Aiden. Say something.
Something.
All right, cool. Well, now you know him. Welcome to our magical experience tonight. It's not even night, it's the middle of the day.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. But it's not like magic, it's Magic the Gathering night. Yeah, so, you hand me that back, please. No, can I have mine back, please? Okay, well, anyways, so my phone is now missing. I have a wallet now, that's magic. So, we like to play Magic. Do you like to play Magic? I don't know.
I hate playing Magic.
Okay, I don't know why you're here then.
I literally play Magic because you guys play Magic. That's about it.
Anyways, have you heard? So recently they released a new, set of cards or something, right? It was I don't know what you call it, but they recently.
Tales of Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so they have Lord of the Rings cards now, and recently they found out that because they had a bunch of different cards for the rings in Lord of the Rings, the ones for all the elves and the dwarves and stuff like that. But they also have the One Ring.
Which, oddly enough, is not the One Ring. There's
a
multiple
lot.
different printings of it. So there's different printings, and there's this one printing that's all written in the Black Tongue, which is, the language that people in Mordor speak in Lord of the Rings. So anyways, so that one there's only one ever printed. It's serialized. There's this cute little number that says 1 out of 1. So impressive. Anyways, so there's one of those in the whole world, and it was found in Toronto a little while back by a collector. And that card goes for $2 million. Now, for me personally, I don't think I could realistically keep a hold of that card in good conscience. I could be oh, there's my kid's college funds. Oh, I never have to really, work much anymore, But some people like it for the collector's aspect, which, I can't blame them. There are some cards that I have that I would personally like to keep, even though they're expensive. Just as a different example, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I've got some more expensive Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I wouldn't want to part with them. So, yeah, it's cool when they do stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I could really, in good conscience, keep a hold of the card. You know what I mean? And be this is cool. It's $2 million, but I'm never gonna cash it in. It's like holding onto a $2 million check and being let's put that on my fridge.
Yeah, actually, I'd probably do the same thing because I don't think I would keep. You said kids' college fund. I think that says it for me.
You're that would just be my funds in general.
Yeah, you got that right. Well, it's a wild thing, but a crazy thing. I don't think I ever will see that card in my life.
Yeah.
If I did, it'd probably be in a museum or something like that.
Well, yeah. I doubt there would ever. Actually, I could totally see there being in the future a Magic the Gathering museum. I wonder if it is a thing.
That would be wild.
Let me look it up. That would be so funny.
If that did exist.
Is there a Magic the Gathering museum?
Why did they only print one then? That's a good question.
Never mind. I'm crazy. Although that would be a good idea. Somebody needs to bank on that.
All right. Well, I have a question. Actually, one of our commenters has two questions. One is from Charge Ruby. He says, "Why did they only print one then? What do you think?"
They literally did it to be lore accurate, because there is only one ring to rule them all, right? So they did that one printing to be hey, this is the one ring. Whereas I think, if I'm not mistaken, well, there's kind of copies of the one ring in a way, with all the rings that were made for the Elvish Lords and the Lords of Men and of the dwarves, but they weren't as powerful as Sauron's. So Sauron's is kind of the one ring, big, powerful, strong ring, if that makes any sense. So I think that's why they did it. And also because, let's be honest, if somebody knows that there's a one of really expensive, really rare card, they're gonna make so much money off of that. So in a way, it's a way to feed the filthy, disgusting, capitalistic ways that we all have to deal with in this society.
Well then, hopefully that settles your question.
Not to get political.
King Cheetos, is there Doom Donuts in Magic?
Unfortunately, no, but that is a very funny Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Just like Pot of Greed.
If you tell me it draws 3 cards, my fist
It
will
draws
go through.
3 cards.
Draws 2 cards.
Anyways, that's not a very magical experience. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh experience. I don't know. I was trying to say something stupid. It didn't work.
No, it's working. Keep going.
Murder.
Yeah, it sounds like something you'd put on a shrine. I was just thinking if I had like a clear phone case and I had the One Ring, just slip it in there.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't worship cardboard. Although maybe as a way of complete and utter protest, I think I would just eat the card. I think that'd be really funny. You know, just put it on a plate.
Have you tried to eat a card before?
I have tried eating a card before.
Really?
So
What did it taste like?
it wasn't that great. So in my one deck that I have in Magic, there's this one card called Decanter of Endless Water. So I had it proxied, which just basically means it's a fake card because I could not find it anywhere. So I finally found the card and I promised Morgan, he's gone.
He's missing.
Okay, well anyways, come here.
What?
Do you remember Decanter of Endless Water and my little fiasco with it, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I sent a video to this beautiful, strapping young lad. We are totally not dating. I sent this wonderful video to him of me quite literally eating the proxy of the card. And, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you can kind of go like this and rip them if they're not foiled. This card wasn't foiled, and I actually had to sit there and tear at it for at least like 5 seconds. It was impressive.
That's why they call it cardboard.
I know, but like
not
Yu-Gi-Oh
paper.
is kind of cardboard too, but you could just go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, so you've eaten Magic cards then?
I have eaten one, a
Eaten
solid
one.
one. Yes, I have.
Well then, what were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about Magic.
Duh. I don't remember. Anyways,
Okay, it was mostly the One Ring, and just the set itself. The set is actually pretty cool though, because there are a lot of like really cool versions of some of the heroes and villains that are depicted within the series. Like there's Sauron, the Dark Lord. Do you want to bring up a picture of Sauron, the Dark Lord, the Magic card? Okay.
awesome. Well,
So the cool thing about what is your favorite deck? Let's go with that first.
so favorite deck I've ever played actually. I really actually enjoyed playing. There's this one deck actually. It's a Hydra-based deck. I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's actually his deck that I borrowed. It's called Zaxxar. It's creates Hydra tokens and stuff like that, and they can get really tanky if you have it built right. I had a lot of fun with that. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So my personal favorite deck, I have two. It is the one that he mentioned that I made. So the commander is Zaxxara. I called the deck a slight Hydra infestation because it just poops out Hydras, to put it lightly. And then the other one is, okay, so this is Sauron the Dark Lord. So as I was talking about, there's a lot of like villains and heroes from the Lord of the Rings series. So I actually have him as a commander. He's a really good card. So Ward basically means you cannot target him with spells or abilities unless you pay the ward cost. In this case, it's sacrificing a legendary creature. So basically, to be able to target him, you have to pull a move out of the Old Testament and sacrifice something. And then whenever you cast a spell, you amass Orcs 1, which basically means you make an Orc army. So that also makes sense to the lore aspect of it. And then whenever that army deals combat damage, the ring will tempt you. So that also makes sense from a lore perspective. And the ring tempting you adds different little abilities. You like choose a ring bearer and all that stuff. And then whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand and then draw 4 cards, which is really good because for the most part, what you can do with this deck is make it kind of a reanimation deck and have a bunch of really big high mana cost creatures and dump them to your graveyard and then just cheat them out for free.
I gotta say, that's a very cool looking card.
It is.
Like,
Actually, I have the ring art, which is a lot different.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I don't know if you can find it. So basically, the ring art is it's a picture of the ring inside the lava of Mount Doom, and it's like
really?
melting away. Yeah. And the cool thing is, so there's the gold rim of the ring that you can see, and then half of it, because it's being melted, is Sauron, kind of like writhing in pain. It's actually really, really cool.
That is pretty cool.
But as I was going to say about my second favorite deck, it's called Shorikai, or that's the commander. I call it Pilot Simulator because it makes a bunch of pilots. But basically, you cast a bunch of vehicle spells, and you can just crew them with the pilots, and then swing really, really hard. And the funny thing is if something really big comes your way, you can just chuck your pilot at it and block it, so you don't take any damage.
Yeah.
So just imagine you go to like flight school for like 22 years. Just imagine, okay, not probably actually 22 years, more
It's
like
not.
2.
It's depends.
Yeah, so it's probably like 2 or something like that. But imagine you go to flight school for like 2 years, and your whole mission is just to be chucked in front of this giant man-eating Hydra.
Sauron is like the best villain ever. He's
It's true.
he's a
And
villain, but he's not the chosen one.
yeah, that's Anakin, and look at him. He's
Also burned
yeah, only one of them kind of
and came back also wearing black.
back in black.
That rhymed.
Yeah. So that's the art. Yeah. So I love this art, and it looks so good. So like I was saying, so you can see the gold rim of the ring, and then around it is Sauron, right?
Interesting.
And Sauron is like writhing in pain because he's dying, because you know he's one with the ring.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's really really cool. I actually love this art. We also have Frodo and Sam. They are also creature. Saying creatures because that's what they're classified as in the card game. But anyways,
Right.
they are commanders as well. For a creature to be able to be used as your commander, it has to be legendary. So when I say commander, it just means it's a legendary creature basically. So there's Frodo, there's Sam, there's Aragorn. There's a bit of controversy around that because they made Aragorn black. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because he's
and
depicted as white, I guess. How tall is Sam? Not that tall. He's like Aiden tall, which is not very tall.
That's almost as tall as me then.
What are you, 5'9"?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like an inch taller than me. You're Frodo height.
Oh. That means you carry me up the mountain, right? You carry me the rest of the way when
I mean, I could probably lift you up right now.
Oh yeah, you probably could. Anyways, but let's see. So you have Sauron. You
Yep.
have the One Ring, which is wildly expensive. All those other cards. Now, out of the cards that you've played with so far, like from the Lord of the Rings stuff, if you can think of it, anyways.
Yeah.
What do you find to be like one of your most fun, I guess, favorite? I don't know, favorite based off looks or
cards
something.
or
I don't
looks. So, in terms of looks and just how the card works, it would definitely be Sauron, just because he's a crazy card. He can do a lot. One is here. Bring it up. I'll look it up so that way I can tell you to find a picture of it. Our good buddy actually plays this deck, and he's a little crazy for it. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember off the top of my
So
head.
the card is called Shelob, Child of... Whoa, that's a word. Ungoliant. So last word is Ungoliant. So anyways, this card is actually Josh's new commander, Josh
Right,
Ford's. And it's a pretty funny card because as long as you're killing your opponent's creatures, you're getting those creatures and they're food tokens instead of them being actual creatures.
That's funny, actually, because
So-
spider.
For instance, say he kills Sauron, which isn't lore accurate, but say he kills Sauron, right? He gets to make a copy of Sauron, and it keeps all of the abilities. So he'd be able to amass orcs.
And he becomes food.
Yeah, exactly. And then if he wants to, he can pay 3 mana and sack the food token and gain 3 life.
I love that idea.
So
Consume him. All right.
what's
What?
the weird?
So, real quick.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the card. Now, what's the weirdest card name? We're gonna play a mini game, okay? We're gonna see if we can actually say this card's name.
Oh, so you already have one in mind then?
Yeah. So the weirdest card name that I know of.
Okay.
Here, 1 second. I actually gotta find the name. It starts with an A.
Starts with an A. Okay, let's see, because I don't know what you're thinking of, but hopefully it's good.
It
The
is.
weirdest
it is
card
a
name.
long name. Oh, that's Digimon. I don't play that.
That's a weird card name too, but it's not quite magic.
See. Here it is. Okay.
all right.
I'm just gonna bring this to you so you can look it up because this name is ridiculous. So there's the name right there. It is the most ridiculous name I've ever seen.
All right, so what is this card?
So it's a creature.
Okay.
And basically what it does is you can sacrifice creatures and make food tokens with it.
Interesting.
Still going.
That's all good. You
Don't-
just tell me when you're done.
Don't quite think I know that card.
Oh, okay, it's okay. I don't have a. There we go.
No, I have no idea what that card is. I don't know if I've seen it before. Is this a card that you have, or is it just?
I have the counterpart to it. So when you cast this card, you search the Underworld Cookbook. So this is kind of its counterpart. So it's like this would be the card you'd actually play as the commander in the deck. Oopsie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, let's see what this looks like because I haven't seen this one before. This ought to be interesting.
So the mini game is we're gonna try and pronounce the name of the card,
Oh no! Oh no!
and it's ridiculous. it's ridiculous. And there's like one guy that I've seen that can actually pronounce the card like perfectly, but English is my second, first, and third language. So
Should I be scared?
yes.
I'm scared now.
Computer slow.
It's all
right,
good.
no
Take your time.
Worries.
Yeah, it's like a fax machine.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
it's all
while we
good.
wait, how long have you played Magic? Because I've only played for like 8 months.
Less than a year.
Same, actually.
It's like flipping through a Rolodex.
There
What
it is.
the freak?
So this is Asmerand and Mordecata.
Asmorano Mardicas Dice Dinaculadac or something like
Kaludakar.
that. Kaludakar.
Anyways, so
What the
yeah,
heck? Swag. Yeah, you got that right.
that's probably the weirdest name I've seen, and it's a funny card. But yeah, that is probably the weirdest name I've ever seen in Magic.
I love that. When blah 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 da, 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 enters the battlefield.
You may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then sacrifice 2 food tokens and target creature deals 6 damage to it.
That is definitely the weirdest name I've ever seen in my life. I didn't even know that exists.
Yeah.
Existed.
But if you notice, it's a creature that has no mana cost. And the reason why is because if you look, it says as long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may pay black, red, and cast a spell.
So it's effectively a 1 cost if you discard.
Yes.
Actually, that's what it is.
And I don't know if that gets around commander tax or not. But
I have a feeling it probably would because it doesn't have a mana cost.
because it seems like, it seems like
It
it's just an
has no
ability,
mana,
right?
no mana cost.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a strange card. It looks like a lot of fun to play though. So I'm like kind of tempted to make a deck around that, but I'm already broke. So and this
Yeah.
game is a little expensive. It's not nearly expensive as Yu-Gi-Oh can be. Actually, it can be more expensive, but
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty bad.
Can be about $2 million expensive.
I mean, who in their
one-
right mind's just gonna be like, yes, this is in my deck?
I
mean,
wouldn't
I-
be surprised. Yes.
Try something here.
All right.
Okay, is this full screen?
Oh my gosh.
This is
Ooh, we're gonna learn how to pronounce this, I guess. Ooh.
I guess this will be fun.
Gotta make sure my sound is going out there.
Okay.
Output.
All right then. Let's see if this works because this would be kind of cool.
Hear it? Like, okay. On your headphones. Okay, keep talking.
Okay.
All right, so they're figuring this out. We can't hear a thing. At least I can't unless you're somehow able and I'm magically deaf.
I'm omni-hearing.
Magically deaf. I did say it was a magical experience. And I can't come up with any more stupid puns about the word magic.
Okay.
Can you hear it? No? Okay, okay, hold on. Let's try this.
Caldecott. Put it all together.
There we go.
Asmerano, Mardica, Decent, and Caldecott. Now get.
What?
What
You
the?
might not know how to pronounce this card's name because it's complete nonsense.
Asmerano, Mardica.
Let's break it down step by step. Asmerano,
Asmerano, Mardica.
Decent, Caldecott. Put it all together and you get Asmerano, Mardica, Decent, and Caldecott. Now get out there and start feeding creatures some poisonous food. Subscribe for more super help.
Well, then.
Well, I guess we're.
I still didn't get all of that.
I guess we're like Russians in the 1900s.
Oh, yes, you'll be correct. I can't do Russians, which
Neither
is
can
fine.
I.
So I failed. But,
So.
yeah, so magic is fun and has some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, we probably explained it very poorly.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have a, same here. But I just have a stroke by waking up in the morning. It's,
Whoa.
I don't have the energy. Anyways, so yeah, we probably explained that very poorly,
Yep.
particularly me.
But Lord of the Rings is cool, so it's fun to talk about. Lord of the Rings, magic, both are fun, both are cool.
Yeah.
But this is Aiden, and if you want to talk to him about magic, actually, or other things or whatever, he actually has a YouTube channel.
But I don't know what you're talking. I totally do.
Yep.
So yeah, I got a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is Nuzzle, so it's Nuuzzle. And I do kind of gaming videos, not really magic videos.
No.
What is it? What is it?
Nuuzzz YouTube.
Okay, let me bring it up.
Sounds good. So yeah, I've got it's a little bit of a gaming channel. I've got a couple videos up on there. I try to post at least once a month. Maybe if Morgan, sweetheart.
What's the channel?
Nuuzzle.
It's got like a picture of a communist dog.
Yeah, actually, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a communist dog.
So random.
To this.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is my YouTube channel. I got some interesting videos, as you can see, like grounded, but I build my house in crypt territory. I take the gay test, but I'm straight.
It's a random name. I love the names, but I like how you do your thumbnails with the blue and the red and everything. It's kind of cool.
I know, it looks pretty good. So yeah, this is my YouTube channel. I try to post at least once a month. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe if Morgan wants to, I'll get him to become my editor. But
I guess we'll see what happens. But there's your communist dog channel. That is not about magic, but that's how you can find them.
yeah,
I'd say this stuff is kind of fun to watch, so maybe go check it out at some point.
only kinda.
Only kinda.
I'm leaving.
Your sense of humor is only kind of funny. Just kidding. He's got good stuff. But so that's magic. That's Aiden. I'm Wyatt. This is Tim Talks.
I will shank you.
He will do that after the end scenes because we talk because you don't have to. So. Yeah.
Elmo's World.
Whoa.
Goodbye.
So, we'll see you guys next time.